Russian draft dodgers pour into Kazakhstan to escape Putin's war.
Here's a summary of the article.
Vadim says he plunged into depression last month after Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a military draft to send hundreds of thousands of conscripts to fight in Ukraine. Last week, in Kazakhstan's commercial capital Almaty, they stood in line with more than 150 other recently arrived Russians outside a government registration center, part of an exodus of draft dodgers. More than 200,000 Russians have streamed into Kazakhstan following Putin's conscription announcement, according to the Kazakh government. Unlike Ukrainians, who fight bravely for their homeland, Georgy says Russian draft dodgers like himself can be viewed as both a refugee and an aggressor, by virtue of their citizenship. The new Russian exiles are not technically refugees, in part because the Russian government still isn't officially at war with Ukraine. Russian citizens are currently able to enter Kazakhstan for short periods with their national ID cards, and the Central Asian country's president has urged his compatriots to welcome the new arrivals. An informal grassroots effort has sprung up across Kazakhstan to help temporarily feed and house the Russians.
This post received a score of 35,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
More than 200,000 Russians have streamed into Kazakhstan following Putin's conscription announcement, according to the Kazakh government. She says Russian companies have approached her, looking to relocate hundreds of their employees in an effort to protect them from military conscription. They are ready to move immediately, to pay whatever we want, but we don't have spaces, Abelpanova says. Wow. Not just Russian people leaving, but Russian companies in great enough numbers to overwhelm Almaty commercial real estate.
I have family in Russia. Have heard reports about hundreds of people getting conscripted in factories, essentially making them totally useless. No surprise companies are looking to move, when it's either move or go bankrupt. It's looking really desperate out there.
Those two in the photo look like they're better equipped than most of the Russian army to begin with.
Osprey backpacks, when you flee, take comfort with you.
Refusing to fight in an illegal war? We've got a pack for that. I read your comment in that monotone voice they'd use in commercials from the early 2000s that advertised airheads.
So did I, lol.
Looks like the war is going as planned. Soon there's so many Russians in Kazakhstan so that they can hold a vote for if Russia should annex them.
Plot twist. Russia is doing a better job of occupying Kazakhstan than Ukraine. All that Russia is doing is deoccupying itself. Edit. Spelling.
Oh man, the brain drain is going to be massive. If these people never feel safe to go back, the cost Russia will pay in human capital will echo into the future for decades. The longer it goes on, the more these people will settle down in new places and build lives. Maybe they will find a good job or fall in love and start a family. All humans generally want stability, and if they find it outside Russia, then it's going to be a Herculean effort to get them back.
Russia's greatest export, their people. Going to be a huge gender imbalance in Russia too. I'd expect a lot of Russian women to start looking for husbands abroad too.
Unfortunately, I also have to imagine human trafficking is through the roof due to this war.
Damn.
Well, I mean, it's Moscow. They have this elitism towards other regions of Russia as well, not just other ethnicities. And Moscow is like its one separate country within Russia.
I live in capital of Kazakhstan. Hotels are full of Russians. Malls are full of Russians too. They are buying devices and gadgets, changing rubles to euros, dollars and etc. Also, our network is overloaded and I frequently face difficulties with my internet connection. Sorry for mistakes if there were some. I still learn English language.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.